Let's look at how to draw this particular example. First thing that we need to do, we need a base. Then you take your 30 degrees set square, 30 degrees set square, and at an angle of 30 this side, and then you swap at an angle of 30 this side. So this direction is going to be the front view, and this direction is going to be the left view. For now, they're going to remain light because I'm dealing with construction lines. Then, if we look at the front view, it tells us that it is 80 all the way. So from here to there, it is 80. Then I'm somewhere going to get the center of it. And then it tells us that in the middle is about 50. Half of 50 is 25, 25. So it's going to be 25 this side. And it's going to be 25 that side. Then my parallel lines are going up. So for this, so I'm just drawing based on what the front view gave me. Okay, it's still faint for now, but I'm going to make them darker. Then the height or the gap, it's 15. The height is 15 inside. And then if you look at on the left view, it tells us that the complete height is 30. So it means here, from here, I'm going to measure 30. Then I've got my construction line there. Now let me make it darker so that you can see what I was doing. This is my start of my front view. I start off with the base of the front view. Okay, that is basically what I was drawing. So now I'm done with the base of the front view. Now I'm going to do the base of the left view. The base of the left view, it says that it is 60. So I'm going to measure 60. Okay. Then with my 30 degree set square, I'm going to take it out, go in this direction. Then all my all my vertical lines, they go vertically up, right? So let me also darken it. Okay, so this is basically my base. Now, I'm going back to my front view. Now, if you look at my front view, there is a gap there in order for us to draw the second part. Why am I saying there's a gap? Because if you look at from there to there, right, it is 80. But from there to there, it is 50, right? But look at on top of it. On top of it, it talks about 60. So that means if it's 60, it means this side, in order for the top part of it to be able to construct it, there's a gap there. Each side, it means it's going to be 10. How did I come to 10? Because 80 at the bottom minus the 60 at the top gives us 20. So 20 divided by 2 gives us 10. So what we're going to do is this part, right? I'm just going to take it out here, just a little bit with a construction line, right? Then because both sides is going to be 10, I'm going to measure 10 from this side. So basically that 10, that is where the part at the top is going to start. Okay, the part on top is going to begin. Now, let me start with the left view. So on the left view, it talks about 50. So let me get the center. Let me get the center of this part. Remember, this is 60. So let me get the center of 60. Okay, the center. Center right there. Just got the center there. And then put that center. They talk about 25, 25. So I'm going to go here and measure 25. Measure 25. If you cannot see, you'll see now as to what I'm doing. So then I just go straight up. And I also go straight up. Right. Now they're telling us that the complete height, if you look at it from the front view, the complete height is 90. So if from there to there is 30, that means from there to there has to be 60. Okay, so let me measure 60. Now there is my 60. Then I know my height is going to be there. Okay, I'll darken it soon, you'll see. Right now I'm just dealing with construction lines. That's why they are very light. So now I'm dealing with the top. It's 50. So if you look at it, it's 15, 20, and 15. Now I'm following the side view of the given view. So it's going to be 50. And then the side going to be 15 there. And all I'm going to do is just to take it down. Then taking it down. Okay. Then they are saying 15 and 30. Okay. So start off with 50. So if this is my 0, 10, 50, then my next 15, then my other 15 because they talk about 30. Okay. And then there's like a 20 on the side there. So what's 50 plus 20? It's 5. Right, so the first 20, that is the inside. And then the second 20, let's see, it's a 15, 15, that's a center line. So the center line is, let me just draw a center line. Okay, and then that 20 there, it's the gap inside. It's the gap inside. Okay, so let me start off with the gap inside. And then the outside, so that you can see the side, what I was doing on the side. Okay, so on the left view, that's basically what you see, right? That's what you see on the left view. Right, now let's close up the front view. I will close up there now. So now let me close it, because with isometric, every corner needs to be closed. Every corner needs to be closed. Now we're getting somewhere. Right. Now, just going to get all those 15s that I was measuring. The first 15 is there. The center line is there. And the next 15. Okay, I'll get the next 15. Okay, right. So now with the front view, it talks about, okay, let me just take that. First corner, I'm taking out that line. Then they talk about the first 15. I'm taking out that 15. The block inside is actually 30. So I'm taking also that line out. Right. And then we have the base. From this corner, I'm also taking out. Now let's measure the front view. They talk about from here to there 60. Talk about 60. Now let me get the center of 60. No, it's 70 there. Yeah, 60 there. Get the center of a 60. It's there. So that, because they're talking about a 40 in the center, I'm going to have a 40 there. I'm going to have 40 there. Yes. And all I do is just to take it down. Remember, there's a gap there inside. So the gap. Okay, that gap. And so erase this line because it's going to disturb us. And then this one right there to the base. Okay, now let's include the gap inside. So the gap inside, there we go, there we go. Right. Now let me close the complete front view. Right. Now that we got the front view, we need to close it up. Let's close up. So every corner we are going to be closing. So now let's start there. Take out that, all the corners. Take out that, all the corners. Close it. Okay. Right. So let's talk in what I've done here. Right. Are we done? No. We need to close up all the corners. So, I'm going to close up that corner. I'm just going to take it down. Right. Now, remember, from there to there, it's a height of 15. Now, let's measure a height of 15 there. Can you see that the 15 comes out? So, I'll take it out. Okay. And then, from there to there, it is a 10. Now, I have to measure 10. Okay. What is now that 10 in between here? it is a 40. And I'm going to measure a 40. So, there we go. Now, that means that I'm going to take it down. What is the height of it? So I'm going to take it down. This one is going to lie here at the top. However, this, I'm going to first do a construction line first, and then measure 30, because the height from there to there is 30. Okay, now that the height is there, then I use my 30 degree to close it there. And there we go. Right, so are we done? Let's see. Nope, we are not done. We need to close up this gap right there. And also inside, you can see from there to there, it is a 15. Inside here, something has to come out because it looks like there is nothing inside. Right? So it needs to look something like this. So I need to get the base of it. I get the base of it there. What is the length there? It's 15. And I measure 15. 15 is there. Now that means I take it up. Right? And then I also take it to the side, right? But I need to darken it. Okay. And there we go. Okay. And here we go. Right? Are we done? No, I need to close off here, the bottom as well. Because remember, every corner needs to be closed. And there. This is how your drawing should look like.